Well, hello there, guys. We're back here with another Graviteam Tactics Mius front battle. This one is going to be called Moscow Strikes Back. In the past, you've seen a lot of action from the Germans. We're going to be playing as the Soviets for this battle, and we do have a couple tanks. I don't think we have many. I was hoping we'd have a lot more than that. But we do have, I think, one tank or two tanks, perhaps, which are going to assist us in this defense. This is going to be a total line defense. There are opportunities for us to attack, and I might take them with certain units. Like, for instance, these infantry units. I think I'm actually going to send them forward and actually try and take those positions from the enemy. But I don't expect this to be an easy fight. Nonetheless, we're here at Sarmogolitsky. The war is starting to turn in favor of the Soviets, but there's a long road ahead. And as you guys know, it was actually as the war progressed to the last year in 1945 when most of the casualties actually began to happen, the Russians would stop at nothing to hit the Germans. And in this case, we are defending against the Germans. They're supposed to launch an attack in this direction, and we've got this entire line ready to stop them. Now, as for these guys, I definitely want to send them forward for two reasons. Number one, I want them to take that position, and number two, it might actually draw the enemy out into the open so we can spot them and start targeting them. As I usually do in my Graviteam Tactics Mius front videos, guys, we will be back when the action begins. Guys, we have some contact. The enemy's actually been bombarding us with artillery for a while now, but I'm seeing my first enemy SDKFC out there. I'm also starting to see some infantry contacts, and what I've done actually is I ordered my men that were moving forward to actually move towards the woods here. So that's currently what some of these men are doing. They're not all following orders. Some people get frustrated with the Graviteam Tactics system because this happens, but this is really a commander issue. We need to get the commander a bit closer, probably. And, of course, sometimes the orders take a while to actually complete. In fact, I might need to move them in a bit deeper for them to go ahead and initiate. As you can see, we've got the enemy in our sights. There's definitely some infantry out there for sure. I just need one of our tanks to take a shot. Come on now, boys. Don't be shy. Don't be shy now. We can actually get Yakovlev a little more forward over here. I'm going to go ahead and move him up a bit. Doing the fast move option. Oh, commander killed. Okay, yeah, it was the spotter. Man, bad luck. We did have the spotter in a terrible location. It looks like there's also some dead Germans here. So I don't know if we managed to shoot some of those Germans. I think we did. Look at that, guys. Didn't even notice. But there's an AT gun here. We definitely... That's not from an old battle because we got blood next to it. Fresh blood. So that could have easily been an AT gun that we managed to hit. Maybe we totally missed that unit's actions. Okay, here we go. We're also approaching some enemies here. Good Soviet men and women. Fight and fire on the enemy. Let's see what kind of unit that looks like. A machine gun, man. No, I think it's an AT gun. Small AT gun. Definitely be used against infantry. We want to target and kill it fast. Come on, Loganov. Especially since we've got Loganov here, who's a commanding unit. It's not a commissar. At this point in the war, the commissars had already been done away with, and I wouldn't have known that if not for the tips that my subscribers gave me. Let's go ahead and target him. Come on, man. You shouldn't be standing up, Loganov. At this point, they're just commanders. Keep it up, Drobotov. Come on, man. He's got an anti-tank gun, this guy, and this guy's got a DPS HK. Gotta be able to hit this unit. Nope, he's got an anti-tank gun as well. Man, they're using AT guns to take on the enemy. Hey, whatever works, right? Enemy contact? Yeah, we already noticed that. Thanks, though, AI. I appreciate you noticing the enemy contact after us. That's always good. So it's a sign of good AI. Let's see. Okay, so we still got that enemy gun moving. I think what they're doing is they're slowly inching forward with all of their anti-tank weapons because they anticipate that we're going to have some tank defenses. That's what I'm guessing anyway. We've got a lot of AT guns, and we would do ourselves a huge favor by wasting them all. Get them, Damachev. Damachev has been the first one with some sense. Firing the PPSH there at the enemy. That could actually hit some enemy units. Got some enemy fire from up there on the hill as well. We want to be careful. There's Loganov, finally. You fool, Loganov. Like, at least throw a grenade, man? What are you doing? Loganov is just useless. Here we go. Our men are finally getting here. Someone's going to throw a nade. Vasily Zaitsev, is that you? He's doing a nice job. Now we do have an SDKFC over here, and we don't have a tank to counter it. That puts us in a bad situation. However, we do have those anti-tank guns. Oh no, we got a German throwing a bomb, a stick grenade right there. The German's taking cover, he's throwing another one. What the hell is going on? Get him. Nice. Knocked him down with the butt of his rifle. He's throwing another stick grenade. We got that guy, some other guy shot him. Unbelievable action in this little fight right here, guys. Yeah, Russia is definitely getting a bit of revenge here. That gun is totally disabled. They even shot their own gun. At this point, we are going to turn our men to fire on that SDKFZ. I'm just hoping that somebody with an AT gun is brave enough to go ahead and weather the storm and fire at that guy. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, we still have some issues. We're moving these guys into the woods, and I'm actually going to attack with them in the woods so that we can start approaching and hopefully spotting some of the enemy infantry moving in this sector. That is, if there is any infantry moving in this sector. But yeah, these guys have not been as responsive as we'd like. They seem to kind of not want to do their jobs, and there's a flashing over them which suggests that they're kind of cut off from the rest of the group. You know, I would technically send them to help these guys, but unfortunately I don't think these guys are in the best position. I think they're going to fight bravely, but I think they will be taken out by that vehicle. Right now we're receiving mortar fire as well. So I'd rather send that other group over there into the woods. I think that's a better idea. Start defending. If we have to defend, we gotta defend. It's just that simple. Here's an Agrippa quote. If we have to defend, you have to defend. What I mean to say is, you know, if you're in a position where you're gonna get overrun anyway, you might as well go ahead and waste as many resources in that area destroying the enemy. And there we go. They're wasting their own resources on us with artillery strikes. They did kill Loganov and the other guy, but I think this is a very small group compared to what we have on the other parts of the map. So I'm not too concerned, but I would definitely like to get a chance at shooting some of the enemy here. And it looks like we did manage to hit some of the guys back here even. So our men are doing okay on the gunfire. Now this is what I don't like, and that's those SGKFCs running around like they own the place. I'm going to try to send this tank through. I'm going to do the same with this guy. So Yakovlev is on the move, but I definitely want to fire on one of those vehicles. Now this terrain is terrible for tanks. Muddy, nasty, almost swampy terrain. See your target. I hope you do. Problem is right now he does not see his target, and I want to eliminate those vehicular threats. We're also getting a lot of machine gun fire there from the MG team, but we also have to watch that AT gun. That thing is very dangerous. Come on, Yakovlev, fire at that thing. Get it. Nice shot. I don't know if he killed it or not, but it definitely hit its mark. You'd be surprised, though, at how good that defense is on the AT gun. But at this time, yeah, he definitely killed it. Move through, Yakovlev. This guy's going to be the hero of the Soviet army. Now, this is a commander, so it's a little risky to send him out like this, but I'm going to take that risk right now. You can see one of his shots right there, hitting its mark, and yeah, he absolutely obliterated that team. One shot, guys, right in the front. I'm not sure what kind of rounds the T-34s are using. If someone wants to pop that up and drop the info down below, please feel free. But whatever it was, man, one hit was enough to eliminate that thing. Now, the problem is, they've got another AT gun, and he's firing away at us. And I don't think our tanker really sees this guy. He's getting hit on that frontal armor, and so far he's withstanding the damage, but that smoke is actually protecting the enemy from our visual sights. Man, look at that. It's unbelievable. Might have finally gotten us. Still going to try to target that AT gun, man. It's a T-34. She's a monster. No, no, no. You got to turn this way. He's going to get you in the side. Rotate, you fool. Fire. Shoot at whatever you see, Yakovlev. They're all around Yakovlev right now. He could actually do with some infantry support. But I don't think we can afford to do it right now. Man, he's getting hit hard. No doubt the crew is getting scared, and they can leave the vehicle just from fear. So we do need to take out that gun, man. Alright, rest of our infantry are up here. I'm not sure why, they are definitely returning fire, but I'm not sure why they're not spotting the enemy. Enemy's about 700 meters, I would say. We should be able to shoot at them at this point. Looks like some of our boys are firing, but not as much as I'd like them to, of course. And it looks like Yakovlev, yeah, he finally... No, he's still moving! I thought they'd abandoned, but they haven't. I thought they'd abandoned the tank. Move, son, move! Look at all of those enemies. And he's throwing some grenades, trying to stop us with that. These guys, I'm just going to focus on the enemy infantry approaching. I hope they come to the woods, so we can have a nice little shootout. Come on, Yakovlev. He's got to do something, man. Killing that gun would be extremely important. Just killing anything at this point. I don't know if he's a pacifist or what's going on. Alright, we're driving right up on that AT gun. Right up on that AT gun. Come on, man. Don't let me down on this one. Seems the enemy infantry can't do anything about Yakovlev. Fire, damn you, fire! I don't know what's wrong with this guy, man. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. This is the stuff that turns some people off Graviteam tactics. But it really is just a command issue. It's like he doesn't know what to do, really. He's waiting for commands to move or to do something, and he's just unsure. Here we go. Either that or he's completely out of ammo, which I don't think he is. Yeah, we've got plenty of rounds. What is this, man? What are you doing? Yakovlev, are you blind? Oh my gosh! I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. That was funny, but he didn't actually kill the enemy tank. Let's see where that other tank is, man. Now we've got a lot of enemies to deal with. We can take these guys from the woods. I'm calling them from here on out our partisan squad. We can absolutely start targeting these guys. So I'm laying them down for a nice defense, nice prolonged defense here in the woods, while Yakovlev just, I don't know, stops drinking vodka in his tank when he's going to battle. Okay, we scattered the AT gun. I think he crushed it as well. He crushed the AT gun, guys. He just ran over them. Oh my gosh. Never seen this before in the game. This is one of the coolest moments we've ever seen. Oh my god. Unfortunately, we got blown apart by an enemy tank right there. Yakovlev got blown apart, but not before crushing under his tank treads the enemy gun. There had to be something wrong with his gun. I'm thinking that maybe after those prolonged AT gun hits, his gun wasn't firing, and he definitely figured out, man, an alternative. God bless him for it, too. That was great. That was really great. Man, unfortunately got wasted by that enemy tank. At least we know there's an enemy tank out there. So at this point, we know that this is going to be a very tough battle to win. We definitely want to try and give their infantry hell. So let's do that. And where's that second tank? We did have a second tank unit. It may have also been destroyed. Yes, definitely. Wow. So the enemy tank crew got Ivanovsky and Yakovlev. Part of me, the sort of pro-Soviet side, is so tempted to go ahead and charge, but I think I know better at this point. But we will charge with these guys. So I've not really learned my lesson. I just want to hit that group of infantry with everything. You can see right now the amount of actual gunfire going down into that, I guess we'll call it a valley, is pretty significant. We've got spotters up here checking out the area, and it doesn't seem like they can really spot us very well. So for now, the fight against the SDKFC is going to go very well. As long as they don't come up here. Nice. Our men already got some good shots there. That guy's wounded. He's going to get back up, but he's definitely tasted some lead. Nice. Keep it up with the machine gun fire, boys. And since we're here in the woods, we get an absolute bonus in terms of defense. It's a lot harder for them to target us, to see us, etc. Now, Kosimov's got to be careful because he is getting close to some enemy units here. I can actually see them myself. Oh no, that's our unit. So there's enemy units over here. Looks like they killed one of our boys. And there's an enemy commandant right there. So I'd love to get a kill on him, obviously. Waste some of that German officer class. So us Prussian officers have to learn their lesson, yeah? Get him, get him, get him. Come on, fire, fire. I definitely heard that machine gun ripping, but I don't think we caught him. He's crawling away. Come on, man. Got a rifle for a reason. The German commandant firing away at us. His Luger. Actually, that's a Walther. Pretty sure that's a Walther. So yeah, he's crawling back to his lines over here. Smart idea by that commander, actually. Because over here, his men are not really safe. You can see we're shooting the hell out of them. But safer than right there next to them, obviously. So at this point, we can really focus on just hitting that entire group. We're hitting them all over the place. I mean, they're here in this open field. We've got to take advantage. Take a look at that central German lining. Even those tank explosions, believe it or not, can actually cause some extra casualties. For instance, this German may have been killed by the debris caused by our exploding tank. Same with this guy. Look at that. German right there, man. Right next to the tank. That would certainly suggest that's what happened. Then again, he probably crushed them. This guy was insane. Good old Yakovlev. What else is called Yakovlev? If you guys can put that down below, you win some points. I don't know what you can get with those points, but you do win my respect. So, I'm thinking we have that trench line secured, right? Well, not really. You can see it's actually been bombed. You can actually see the craters of the artillery. You can see the fallen trees. And our guys are just getting really good shots up here. But, of course, some of them have fallen, I think, due to the arty. But I'm really tempted to take this group, or at least a portion, and just charge. So I'm going to take these guys, and I am just going to do a major attack. Overrun the enemy. The Soviet mass wave attack, my friends. Keep these guys here to provide covering fire. The bear has its bite back. I'm annoyed we can't really do anything about their SDKFZs, but I think we can, if we take it out on the infantry and get a few kills there, or a bunch of kills there, really, I'll be happy. Nice. Davchenko is firing with that PPSHK. I believe that's what it's called. DPSHK, excuse me. No, they're both firing the PPSH. Nice. Oh, keep those heads down, boys. I saw that incoming fire as well. Definitely spotting them at this point. And over here, our guys are absolutely causing the enemy some pain and terror, but they have a really nice position right here, even though it's out in the open. What seems like one or two machine guns. That's that MG42, and that thing is actually doing a pretty good job at keeping us suppressed. So I hope we can still break through here. Yeah, there we go. Some return fire. That's what we need, boys. Forward. Go, everybody. Kind of hard to spot these guys that are really well camouflaged. Okay, here we go. Too many of our guys are taking cover. We need some bravery here, boys. Usually our Soviets are more than happy to charge the enemy without even thinking about it, but they're being a little reticent here, being a little more careful. I think they've learned from a few years of war, well, more than like a couple years of war, that the Germans can be pretty shifty. Now that, yeah, those machine guns are opening up on our actual trench line, that is concerning to me. From up here, if you see white, that basically means our men can target that particular group. So from up here on the in the trench line, we can actually see quite a lot. That's why our guys are actually getting really good shots from here, and why I'm not going to necessarily flee even if this attack doesn't work. I'll just stay up here and keep on taking pot shots at the enemy. We obviously want to try and eliminate as many as possible. This is part of a campaign. I'm not putting the campaign on the channel. You know, I'm just putting individual battles, but obviously if you're playing a campaign in Mius Front or Graviteam Tactics Mius Front, or Graviteam Tactics even, you definitely want early on, especially if you got an enemy like the Germans, you want to try and remove as many of their officers especially as possible. So we're trying to kill those flags really, but killing a bunch of their infantry would be really, really helpful, obviously, later in the campaign. So that's why we are continuing to fight. Even though, quite frankly, with knowing the enemy has tanks, knowing they have HDKFCs, the enemy's got this. Look at that. They're also dropping Arty. So it's actually a good idea to move out of the woods, but they're just now dropping it. And they're actually hitting a lot of our boys up here. Maybe not. Don't be afraid, boys. Wow. Whoa, that hit the water. Did you guys see that? That was great, man. The Arty hit the water. There's actually a boat here. And a dead German. Good shooting. Why don't you take a drink, and that's what he got. We could have also moved this trench line into this marsh area. There's a lot of cover in that marsh, but the thing is we would be fighting uphill, so I don't think that would be as good. They're getting some close shots, but not close enough. None of the guys are taking cover. I don't think they really need to. They just need to keep on firing. Alright, with the rest of these guys, I will stop. I will take cover. Same with Smirnov. You guys know him for the creator of the glorious Smirnov vodka. This is him. Fought in the war. No idea. Keep on fighting. Here we go, guys. Oh, man. Better not have any surrendering men here. Although that Arty is rough. Depending on how deep into the woods they are, they might also get some friendly fire from that artillery. Captives taken. I was worried about that, but yeah, sure enough, they took some prisoners. I can't blame the guys. They had nowhere to go. Wait a minute. No, we took captives. What? Those are Germans. We took German prisoners, guys. I don't see why. We just threw a grenade back there. This German is still fighting. But it looks like our men actually managed to convince the Germans that we had a greater number. We're in the woods here. We're shooting at them. They're being shot at from all locations. I'm surprised. Oh, did that just kill the captives? That could have killed the captives, that Arty strike. But we just took some German prisoners. That's good news for us. I really want the enemy to ask for a ceasefire at this point. It's rarely something I want in this game, but in this case, I really do want them asking for a ceasefire. Our guys have had enough. Alright, you know what? They want to try to advance over here. We are going to assault. Let's go. These woods are ours. Nice mortars. Guess our men have some mortars here. And I love seeing those prisoners. Please tell me they're going to walk into the swamp. We've seen enough weird things today. Come on, guys. That Arty's died down. You've got no excuse now. There we go. Smirnov's got an idea of what to do. Just has to execute that idea, or he will be executed. Ooh! MG42 opening up on us. Definitely killed a lot of Germans here. I mean, if we haven't gotten many casualties during this fight, I'm going to smack myself. But I think we had to have gotten a bunch. Just continually firing there onto the field. You know, we were shooting at range. That's my one concern. But I think we got enough kills. We might have to retreat. And especially since this is actually the first battle of this campaign, I might do that. Then part of me wants to go ahead and hang in there for a bit. See what happens. Wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea to pull back. They already have Staromobilitsky. The only area we control is... oh, actually... we wouldn't necessarily be retreating that far. Yeah, because this is all enemy territory. So it wouldn't be that bad of an idea to retreat. I'm not going to do it right yet, but it's something to consider. We don't want all of our men dead during this battle. And if we're just fighting SDKFZs and we've wasted almost all their infantry or a lot of their infantry, it's probably not a bad idea. Of course, it results in a loss, but, you know, some losses are necessary to get wins later. And that's, I know that sounds kind of dumb, but that's the truth. Sometimes you got to lose a few battles to get an advantage in later battles. There we go. Look at that, man. Our guy's throwing a nade there. Get him, boys. Get him. Hear the German commander shouting out orders. Wow, it looks like our boys may have captured this area. It looks like we've also got some men surrendering. Yep. No. Okay, so it's actually a prisoner capture. Never mind. So, yeah, some of our men did surrender. Not at all surprised by that. I mean, I would do the same. You would do the same. Unfortunately, if you got the pleasure of returning to the USSR, you would probably be jailed for running away. Considered a spy, sent to a gulag, all that good stuff. Go and try to fire at these guys. We've got enemies trying to flank us. That just shows you how many infantry there still are on the field. And another reason we might want to retreat. Nice shooting. Nice. We already got one of them. Good shooting, guys. Germany's going to feel it today. We want this in the Berlin newspaper for sure. Even if they paint it as a heroic effort by their men and a victory, I want to make sure they know that they lost a lot of men today. Sap that German war effort a bit. Once again, spotted the enemy after we did. Not typical, actually. Usually the system is really good at catching the enemy, but not this time. Oh, man. Is he on fire, or is he Satan himself and able to stand in fire? Okay, alright. This game, you know, it was already weird, but it just got weirder. He's roasting here. But apparently not catching on fire. I would call that a flaw. Tiny one, I think. Nice. Keep it up, boys. Some crossfire going on there. See our boys opening up with the machine guns here. We've got to hit these guys soon. And sure enough, they're dropping arty on us. Amazing, man, how much arty they have. I think we got one. Yes, we did. Got one for sure. The commander here is killed due to that extensive arty. We got another one right there. Did you guys see that shot? That was just instantaneous, man. Wow. Unbelievable. Died right next to a Russian. Pretty creepy stuff. Imagine dropping dead right next to your enemy. A few of them are still trying to get away. I think these guys realized flanking us was not the best idea. They didn't realize how many men we had here in the trenches, and now they're regretting that decision and obviously trying to escape. Look at that. They're using their guns against us. We can actually see them firing. And yeah, our men here are just going to be the recipients of a nasty bombardment, but the battle is already ending. I think it may have just reached its max battle time. We didn't retreat, though, so we hung in there until the very end, guys. The bear is back. It was a draw. Nice. Amazing. So we lost 54 men killed, 49 wounded. Pretty nasty stuff. 3 missing. The enemy, 4 missing. We took 4 enemy prisoners. We killed 23 enemies and heavily wounded 27. Again, obviously we're Soviets. We're going to lose more men than the enemy. This is 2-to-1 odds, more or less. Not bad. Not bad. And I think a draw is perfect because we should have gotten more kills. At the same time, this is the kind of kills you would expect in a battle between the USSR and the Germans. And hey, 23 ain't bad after all. So I like that one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps, and I always appreciate it. Thank you, my friends.